Hello reception, Mrs. Butcher here. I bet you're wondering why I'm wearing this spacesuit and have my helmet. Well, I've just come back from space and wow, I was using all of my skills that I've learned so far in maths to count 2 groups of stars. Do you remember our learning objective for maths this week is to find the total number of items of 2 groups by counting them? And I thought I'd try that in space. So I was looking at 2 groups of stars and counting them, and wow, what I've learnt so far really helped me. Maybe we can do that a little bit too. But first of all, I took my number cards with me just to remind me of all my numbers. I thought, as I saw the rocket launch and they counted backwards, I thought we might have a go at counting backwards first. Would you like to try with me? Great. Let's try counting from 10 all the way back to 0. Are you ready? Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well done. Should we try counting all the way back from 20 now? Let's give it a go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, I wish I'd had you lot in space with me. You'd been really helpful with all of that counting I had to do. So in today's lesson, you will need your flashcards, your number cards that you've made, and your symbols. You will also need your books and a pencil. Let's look at our learning objective. Our learning objective is to find the total number of items in 2 groups by counting them. So what should our steps to success be? We're going to think it, say it, make it, and then check it. So some of the key vocabulary you might hear in today's lesson are the words addition, numbers, add, equals, total, count, and amount. So do you remember the 2 new signs that we learnt yesterday? Pause the video and tell your adult. I'm sure you remembered. The first sign we looked at was this one. It's shaped like a cross and we call it addition. Show me those arms. Do you remember how we made the addition sign? Well done. Now the next one we looked at was this one. This is the equal sign. Again, show me with your arms. Equals. Can you see those 2 straight lines? One on top of the other. Now, we use the first sign to show that we want to add something together. This one, the equal sign, we put at the end, and that shows that we're going to find the total. So for our next activity, we're going to look at counting stars, just like I did when I was up in space. We're going to look at 2 groups of stars and find out how many are in each group, and then we're going to count all of them to find the total. Are you ready to join in with me? Let's start by reminding ourselves what we did yesterday. Now here we can see we've got 2 groups of items. In the first group, we have how many? Can you pause the video and tell your adult? If you said the number 4, you are correct. Let's put the number 4, just like we did yesterday here. In our second group, we have how many? Again, pause the video and tell your adult. If you said the number 3, you're correct. Let's put the number 3 just there. Now we know we want to add the 2 groups up to find the total, which means we need to use our addition symbol. Let's put our addition symbol to add these 2 groups up together there. We could also put it there, and that would be the start of our number sentence. Let's try adding them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 stars. So let's put our equal sign just there. And we can then put our final answer for our number sentence right here. And this tells us that 4 add 3 equals 7. So you could also do this on a number line. Now you should have these at home, but if you don't, you could also make yourself one. So we start at the number 4, and we're going to jump on 3 spaces because there were 3 stars. Number 4, so we go 1, 2, 3, and you could see we land on the number 7. So 7 is our answer. It's your turn. Have a go at counting the number of stars you can see in the first group. Then I'd like you to count the number of stars you can see in the second group. You then need to put your final answer here. It's up to you whether you want to use your flashcards that you created or whether you'd like to write the numbers in your books. Pause the video whilst you have a go. So in this first group, we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put my number 5 flashcard there. Let's move my addition symbol up to here. In my second group, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put my number 4 just here. And let's move our equal sign here. You can see our number sentence so far says 5 add 4 equals. We need to find out the total number of stars. Remember the skill we looked at yesterday? We know there are 5 here, so we don't need to go back to 1 to count. Let's count on from 5. If you'd like to count all of the stars though first, that is absolutely fine. So we know we have 5 here. Let's keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9. Our final answer is 9. Let's put our number 9 just there. Well done if you got that one. So on a number line, it would look like this. We know we had 5 stars to start, and there were 4 in the second group. So we need to jump on 4 spaces. So 5, let's jump on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see that we land on the number 9. If you have written your number sentence, this is what it looks like. So just as you did before, you're going to count the number of stars you see in your first group and then count the number of stars you see in your second group. Use your symbol addition to add the 2 groups together and find out the final answer. Pause the video while you have a go at this. You can choose to write in your books or use your number cards. So with your number cards first, I can see there are 9 stars in this group. We're then going to add them together. And I can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars in this group. Let's put my 7 there. I need to put my equals at the end because I know I'm going to count all of them to find the answer. And my final answer is 9 add 7. So I'm going to count on from 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 is my final answer. How did you get on with that one? Great. I'm going to put a couple more out for you to have a go, and I'd like you to write it in your books. So our first group has 9 stars, so we start on the number 9, and our second group has 7 stars. So we're going to jump on 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see the answer that we land on is number 16. If you have written this number sentence, this is what it should look like. So I'd like you to write the number of stars you see in this group, add the number of stars you see in this group, equals, and I'd like you to put your final answer. Let's try the first one together. So you should have written the number 6. So let's form the number 6. And we need our addition symbol. So it's that cross, like so. We then need number 2. So half a heart will never do. Draw a line, make a number 2. 6 add 2 equals, and your total is 8. So after your equal sign, you should have written the number 8. Just check and see if that's what you got too. Also have a look and just make sure your numbers are formed the correct way. If you got them back to front, don't worry, you can always practice. On the number line, we start on the number 6. Because there are 6 stars, we add 2, because in the second group there were 2. 1, 2. Again, you can see our answer is 8. Over to you again. You can see there are 2 groups of stars. You're going to count the number that you see in this group and add the number that you see in this group. Put your equals and find your answer. Pause the video whilst you write it in your books. Remember, if you're not sure about your number formation, you can always look at your number formation sheets that you have at home. So for the next one, you had 6 in your first group, and you're adding 6. That's right, it's another 6. So 6 add 6 equals, and your final answer is the number 12. So that's a 1 and a 2. So your number sentence should read 6 add 6 equals 12. So on a number line, it looks like this. We start at 6. There was 6 also in the second group, so we're going to jump on 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is our answer that we land on, number 12. What I'd like you to do next is have a go at putting 2 groups of objects out and counting both of the groups, finding out the total of what you have together by adding them and working out your final answer. Now, it doesn't have to be stars like we use today. It can be anything you've got at home. Pieces of pasta, sweets, pencils, anything. But just practicing counting each of those individual objects, or that skill we learned of counting on, to find your total. You can also use your number lines to help you too. And so here are your chili challenges. With the chili challenges, it's up to you whether you write your number sentence or whether you create it with your number cards, those flashcards that you made. So today in Maths, you have learned all about those addition number sentences by counting 2 groups of items and adding them together. Well done, Space Cadets. See you soon.